All right, hold on. Let me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode 109. Gang's all here. Al,
Yeah, yeah, they
myself,
are.
Mike, and Liam. Two out of the three people here have normal nipples. There is one person on this podcast who does not.
Hasn't stopped that being the favorite feature of all my former ladies.
We just figured that out. Actually, since we're talking about nipples, I have small nipples. I don't know if
Do you
that's yeah, yeah,
like Hershey
like
Kiss ones or?
like perhaps even smaller, for being honest. I don't know.
Wow,
They're like weird, like child nipples.
no
They're not
shit.
great.
Al, what's the
Yeah.
status of your nipples?
Feel like Al's got some
Just
fucking
regular, just regular.
yeah. Yeah, Al's got some run of the mill fucking 9 to 5 regular nipples. Just
I've never
you
seen
know,
somebody so psyched with the average. He's like, I got the usual nipples.
fucking cruise control 65 nipples. Al's
Yep,
got.
that
Meanwhile,
7 to 3, like it's all good after 3 o'clock.
that's you. That's you.
Something
All
to
right,
be
but yeah,
said about
so
those hard-working nipples.
we are here getting this episode out before Thanksgiving. I figured before we get into it, today I figure what we kind of to let everybody know we're talking about. JC Jackson made some comments. We're going to talk about that. Obviously, going to talk about who will start this weekend, who we think is going to win, and then Liam had a good idea that I think will kind of take up the bulk of the show, just discussing the
Good high
positions
praise.
coming off the bye week. Yeah, just talking about the positions, giving them grades here and there, and kind of being brutally honest about this team. But first and foremost, though, like I said, since Thanksgiving's coming up, what is your guys' favorite and least favorite food for Thanksgiving?
Ooh,
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
We actually did this
Yep.
on Legends too.
Yep.
Now, are we talking side dishes? Are we talking main dishes? What's the criteria?
Everything but dessert, because dessert is its own thing. Everything you want, whatever you have, side dishes, main dishes, dishes that most people don't have, whatever you
Okay.
think, favorite, least favorite. Go.
So I'll just do it this way. I'll do like what's on my plate. So, but it'll be real quick. So it's
we know what's on your plate, Al. Whatever's on the table.
That's me.
Yeah, that was a little mean. That was a little mean. But
You
but
served
it's okay.
me up for that one. I couldn't help it. I would hope you would do the same to me.
Oh, I would for sure. And I will when you present yours. But for me, it's turkey, mashed potatoes with gravy, stuffing, cranberry sauce, dinner rolls. That's the ideal.
Ooh, dinner rolls.
Generic as shit.
That's the only difference. I figure everyone has everything you just listed except for dinner rolls. That is, slightly different.
Oh,
okay. All right. What's your least favorite thing or what do you not touch? Like at Thanksgiving meal?
So we said this on Legends. One thing that we would take away from our Thanksgiving, green bean casserole. For anybody that has it or anybody that makes it, like get that out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Get it off the table.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly.
No, I agree. The conundrum with green bean casserole though is that where I'm going to the in-laws for Thanksgiving down in Florida, obviously. And my wife's mom decided not to do green bean casserole, but my father-in-law was like, well, he kind of got upset about it, I guess. And he was like, you got to make it like I like it. Mike likes it. And when my wife was telling me this, I was like, shit, I don't really like it. So now I got to be the guy. Because when we go up there, the conversation is going to be had where it's like, yeah, no green bean casserole. I'm going to have to be like, yeah, man, shit, damn.
Yeah, you're just like, you're eating it and you're like smiling through the tears and the pain. You're like, this is so good.
It's
like you're looking
that
and then you just puke it out after, like as soon as they go away.
The way I see it, Thanksgiving is a very easy way to hide shit you don't like. Just mush it up with everything. Like if there's something on the plate you don't like I used to always hate scallop potatoes, like the little ones that are like, but I used to just mix that with whatever the fuck is on the plate and just mush it down. But so I feel like Thanksgiving is the same way you can do that. But yeah, Liam, favorite and least favorite.
Favorite cranberry sauce. I don't even need anything with it. I would eat that with my ass.
Can't stand it, man. Everybody loves it. Wait, do you like the one that everybody likes, like the one that comes from the can?
Yeah, I want it processed,
okay.
mass produced,
Just making sure.
full of chemicals. I don't
Still
want
has the
even
lines from the can on it.
Yes, exactly. That's how I know it's good cranberry sauce. I don't want that.
Gotcha.
We're from Massachusetts. There are cranberry bogs all over the place. You think I want more authentic cranberry? It's fucking
don't need
everywhere.
homemade
I want
cranberry
mass
sauce.
produced bullshit. Like you said, I want to see the lining of the can. I want to know with each delicious, savory bite of cranberry sauce, I'm getting just the slightest bit of cancer that'll build up to my inevitable demise. I don't want anything healthy. This is not what this holiday is about. I want to be passed out by the Lions game so I can sleep through the whole thing and wake up with a feeling of rejuvenation.
All right, least favorite?
Stuffing. Stuffing is shitty.
Get the hell out of here with that.
Yes,
Stuffing
the
sucks.
fuck
Stuffing
You
sucks.
suck.
Dude, you just haven't had good stuffing then.
I know. Oh my
That
goodness.
is never.
Let me tell you, you haven't had a good stuffing.
My co-host,
You haven't had a good stuffing, man. I'll hook you up.
No, I really haven't. No, I insist. You don't need to hook me up with that good stuffing, or show me what good stuffing looks like.
Good.
I will take your word for it and reject it.
So obviously I'll kind of do a mix of what both of you did. So my plate, you have some turkey. I'm surprised none of you mentioned ham. Ham is my favorite on Thanksgiving. Ham is go-to.
That's a Christmas thing for my family, though. We don't even have it on.
Dude, any holiday I ask for ham. Any holiday people know I'm coming, they know.
It's the honey ham, though, right?
I'll eat any, but honey ham is the one. They're like, oh, Mike's coming, got to get the ham. So ham, turkey. There's some butternut squash. I'll put that on there. Mashed potatoes, put that on there. Stuffing, rolls. Now, this is something I didn't notice, or I didn't realize it was like only a Southern thing. Mac and cheese is a huge thing.
Yeah, I can't do it at Thanksgiving.
But not like Kraft mac and cheese, obviously.
Delicious.
It's like homemade. Breaded. So that's so my wife does the mac and cheese. So I went and got the ingredients today. Yeah. Holy shit, let me tell you, it's gonna be fucking awesome. There's like 3 different types of cheeses, big macaroni things, breaded shit on top. But so the stuffing thing though, Liam, can't believe you don't like stuffing. So we have this like mashed potato based stuffing where it's like more of a consistency of that. It's so fucking good.
Yeah,
man.
see, it's
so good.
That might be better. Every stuffing that I've had, like I had Friendsgiving last Saturday with like my girlfriend's friends and whatnot. Her best friend's like this incredible cook. The mac and cheese was to die for. Had the stuffing too. Like I'll always give it a try. But it reminds me of like eating like twigs and berries. There's like things sticking out of it that I don't know what it is. It's a weird consistency. I'm like,
I get that. I know the type of stuffing you're talking about. That's not the type of stuffing that I fuck with.
Yeah,
so
So that's what it's like. It's like I just scooped something off the trail in the woods and fired it into the back of my mouth. Off the trail. What a throwback.
Again, Liam, you would like my stuffing, so I will give that.
It has potatoes in it, and my last name is McDade. So, shite, being the Irishman in me, I would love the mashed potatoes. But that's literally the only. That's the only reason I probably would. I think
my least favorite. I'll say it just to be that guy. I'll just say turkey. I mean, it's not even I don't like it. I generally like everything on the plate,
but I like
it's just
everything else.
Yeah, I think
it tastes good with gravy and cranberry sauce.
I don't fuck with gravy. Maybe that's why I think I dislike it for what it stands for what it tries to be.
You like gravy?
Yeah, I can mess with a good gravy.
No gravy. I'm very plain. Honestly, I like the drier the better. I like when we're getting very sexual. I like that it hurts when you swallow. You know what I mean? Like that's how dry I like my food. But turkey. I'll still eat it though because it's still good. Like I said, I generally like everything on the plate except for the green bean casserole. But I gotta pretend that I gotta like it. So
yeah, I'm gonna level with you. My family knows not to make that because if they did, I would come to Thanksgiving with a newsie.
All right. So everybody gets scalped. Everybody gets scalped.
Everyone gets scalped. That actually might be the only time it's fairly inappropriate to make a scalping joke is when we're talking about Thanksgiving.
True. Yeah, because too real. Too real. All right. So we'll kick it off on a quick little topic here. JC Jackson. He was interviewed in the Patriots locker room today. Obviously, we know he didn't make the trip to Germany. I guess he was late, all this stuff. Him and Jack Jones, both of them were late. Jack Jones is gone. JC Jackson is here. But they did ask JC Jackson about it. What he said was, and this is the quote from him, What happened was I didn't travel with the team to Germany. It was a punishment on my behalf, and that's what it was. I didn't take it any other way than this is a punishment, and I hope you learn from it and grow from the mistake that I made. And I'm here now, so hopefully that won't happen again. It was my fault. I made a mistake. That's what you're going to get from Bill. That's one thing about him. He's going to discipline you no matter who you are. And what he said was continuing. Reality check. I'm not bigger than the team. I'm not bigger than nobody here. This is a team sport, and I have to do whatever everybody else is doing. I want to be a part of the team. This is my team. This is home for me, man. This is where I want to be. I don't want to go nowhere else. I want to finish my career here also. He kind of rattles on there. I guess all that happened was he was late for like curfew check. He said that he wasn't doing anything bad. He wasn't out doing whatever. He just said that he wasn't there when they checked to see if everybody was in the room, and that's what it is. Do you guys have any thoughts on that, on the JC Jackson quote and situation now that we have his side?
Nice to see.
Jack Jones must have scared the shit out of this dude.
Right? That was my thought.
Yep. But it's nice to see a Patriot actually take accountability for something. Like, that's cool. You know, that's something that's unexpected this year. And you know what? Cool. Shout out to Jack Jones, because he is as soft as Charmin. I mean, how soft do you have to be to go off on social media, go off on the Patriots fans, and then put up that post like, oh, playing for the best coach ever. You're playing for the best coach ever because you like him and he puts up with your BS, dude. Like, you couldn't hack him here. I'm sorry.
Jack Jones
posted,
went off.
He posted on Insta the best coach thing. He posted on his Instagram story, basically saying that he's excited to play for the best coach ever. Talking about Antonio.
That definitely doesn't seem biased at all.
No, but then he went on a bunch of tweets, like Al was saying like Patriots reporters and fans take things too personally, all that kind of stuff, where it's like, I'm not talking about you, but you always want to make it seem like that, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, I figured out how to mute my notifications. So blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, just fuck off. Like, the more I hear from Jack Jones, the more I wish he got put away for robbing the Panda Express. Like, come on.
So close.
Come on. But yeah, anyways, Al, continue your thoughts.
No, that's basically it. I mean, Jack Jones, like, I know the topic was about JC Jackson, but I'm relating it to Jack Jones. Jack Jones can take a lesson from JC Jackson and be like, you know what? That's the way I need to conduct myself as a pro. JC Jackson's been around and done it for, about 6-7 years now. Mm-hmm. I'm only in my second year. Second year. And I need to learn how to address these situations the right way. And that's the way to do it. So whether it was JC Jackson learning from Jack Jones or whatever it is, I'm just glad that someone took accountability and is like, you know what? I screwed up. Let's move on. I want to be here. Perfect response.
Yep. I agree. Liam, what are your thoughts, if any?
This is exactly what you're supposed to say. Very PC answer, saying all the right things. I'm sure his agent or his PR team wrote this whole thing up for him to say, and he kind of threw it into his own words, but he still did it. I like it. This is exactly what you're supposed to do with the Patriots. We run a militaristic system, so you're going to give a militaristic answer if you fuck something up. The dude admitted it. He's clearly... It's crazy that the dude who had an arrest warrant out for him down the street here in Boston is more mature than Jack Jones. But hey, friggin', that's the way it kind of going. I'm glad to see it. JC Jackson's always been a likable player for me. Mm-hmm. When I found out a while ago, even when he was on the Chargers, that he had an arrest warrant out for him, I was like, dog, come on. Like, you're still a stud. You're still Mr. INT. Like, even if you suck on the Chargers, come on. Like, I don't want to see him kind of self-destruct his own career. Mm-hmm. I hated to see Jack Jones do it, because just for that one Aaron Rodgers pick alone, I'd love the dude for life type deal. So I do like to see that JC's taking the accountability for it. Almost makes me think there's a glimmer of hope he'll be on this team next year. Probably not, but boy can dream.
So that was my overall thought, because I pretty much echo everything you guys said. But him saying that this is his home, he wants to stay here, blah blah blah. That leads me to believe that he would take some sort of discount than maybe what he would get elsewhere. And Belichick, assuming Belichick's here, he would want JC Jackson here. He had him here before. He went out and got him. He knows whatever off-field issues he has, or temperament issues, or whatever the hell you want to say. So I think, if anything, this kind of sways the scale or tips the scale in, favor of him like re-signing here for a couple of years or something. Even if it's just like 2 years, 1 year, whatever it is, like I wouldn't hate it. Like you said, I've always liked him. I do think that he was, for the contract he got, he was a bit overrated, which obviously we saw like kind of
he was
true.
terrible.
But yeah, it's just like you said, Al, like you said, Liam, it's nice to see a Patriots player take accountability. So
Yeah,
good,
and I think
great.
I think his time with the Chargers kind of scorned his idea of the rest of the league, where he
1,000%.
went to the Chargers and he was like, they're gonna pay me. This is gonna be way better than the Patriots." Gets there, the whole thing sucks. He doesn't like the coach. They don't play him. When they do, he's playing terrible. Everything fell apart. So now he's probably like, "This is probably what it's like for the other 28 teams too. I'm just gonna stick with the Patriots. They'll put me in a place to succeed at very least. Like Bill will help me out." So,
oh yeah, for sure. And I think that's just another check in the column of a reason why he would end up staying. So yeah, I think that's definitely it. And the fact that he said in his quotes too that he wants to be a leader on this team and everything, like that kind of leads me to believe that he wants.
He's the best fucking corner on the team.
So I mean, he's like the only healthy one. Shit. I mean,
yeah, he wins by default, but he still wins.
Yeah. But yeah, so good for him. I just figured that was something that we should touch on. But all right. You guys want to do the position rankings and everything?
Yeah.
I like that.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, that was good.
Let's crunch into it.
Yeah, no, that was good. So Liam, since it was your idea, we'll start, by the way, kind of exactly how you did. We'll go quarterbacks, running backs, or quarterbacks, offensive line, running backs, wide receivers, D-line, linebackers, secondary. So we're going to cover the whole
tight
team.
ends and wide receivers together.
Yeah. Tight ends, wide receivers. We'll group them together because they need it, because otherwise it's an F. If we don't group the whole fucking weaponry together. So Liam, you want to start us off? We'll start with a real tough one. Quarterbacks.
Yes, let's talk about.
Give me your grade and why, sir.
Our safest position on the Patriots here. You got to feel real good about this situation. We have absolutely no idea who's going to start. That'll be a fun topic for later. It's really been the only thing in football media here in New England the last couple of days. I got to give this position a thrilling D+. Like, I want to give it an F really bad. Like, I'm going to be generous because I still think Mac has like a little bit of ability left. Like, even if it's just like that little dribble of piss that you shake off after a long one, like even if it's just that much ability, he's still got some. There's not much left, and he's probably holding on to that last dribble by a thread, but I still think there's a tiny bit of ability, which bumps it up to a D+. Like, he's around my high school usual grades. He's getting like that range, and he's the only one keeping it afloat. Bailey Zappi's an F because he's fucking terrible, and Malik Cunningham's an F because we don't even give him a chance. Like, I bet if Malik got the chance, I think he'd be possibly okay. Like, he certainly wouldn't lead us to any wins, but at least he'd have like a scramble or two that I could be like, wow, that was cool, as we're down 28-4. But friggin', because we get 2 safeties, so we're not putting any
that was
points
cool.
on board.
Look at that.
Yeah, so I'm giving the whole position, the most important position in football, we get a thrilling D+.
All right, Al, you go next. We'll go around. You, Al, then or Liam, you, then me. We'll go for this.
All right, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. It's a D because I'm gonna give Mac Jones credit. He had 2 good games against the Eagles and the Dolphins, and that's putting it lightly.
Bills, baby.
Well, I was just about to say before you interrupted me, that he had the drive against the Bills at the end, which I'll give him credit for. So screw you, Liam. And,
he had a great whole game, not just the drive. But.
Yeah, he did. Actually, you know what? He did have a decent game. So I'll give you that. But overall, quarterback play has been terrible. Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi, the couple of times he's gotten opportunities, has just been awful. So yeah, give me a D for the quarterbacks.
I might shock you guys. I'm going to go A. No.
But I was going to say with Micah, he's always extremes. It's either an A or an F. So I'm wondering which one this is.
I am going to go slightly higher than you guys though, and hear me out why. So I'm going to go C-. Now, reason being, the quarterback play has been shit. Like, we can all agree, other than like the few bright spots and everything. but I can't, and it just goes back to something I say every single episode. I can't put it all on Mac Jones. Well, I'm just going to say Mac Jones because that's the quarterback we're talking about. I can't put it all on him. Like, granted, he's made dumb decisions. He's made stupid picks. We completely understand. But I think the basis for his fuckery started with the things around him. So like the offensive line, which we'll get to, the weapons, which we'll get to. Now, again, do not get me wrong. Like I C- is still not a great grade, but like
It's
I
almost
just
a
think
passing grade.
I
C
mean,
a passing grade now, Al? You're a teacher. Is C minus
yeah,
passing grade?
everything
Yeah,
is
C-
right.
is passing.
Yeah. So like I'll
Yeah.
see. So when you talk about like that, I want to give him lower, but
Shows
no,
the
I'm gonna stick with
yeah.
C minus. I'm gonna stick with
Shows
that.
the status of the education system these days.
I'm gonna stick with that though. I don't think it's been great, but I just don't think it's been as bad in a vacuum, you know, because if you're looking at all these other things, but yeah, C minus for me. That's what I'm going with the quarterback. Are you guys shocked or surprised that I went C minus? Are you
Yeah,
guys
you're usually
really.
you're the
called
merciful
by that? Like
one
when I
here.
said that the Raiders would beat the Patriots when we did our.
You've always been the nice one. Me and Al are we're King Xerxes in the movie 300, where we'll get all our soldiers to rip you apart limb by limb. You're more of like maybe you can hang around, I'll let you live type deal. You've always been the merciful one as compared to me and Al, who's just very cutthroat. We don't want to put up with any of this business. Let's get rid of you.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna dignify that because I don't believe so. But there is actually a position group on here you didn't put on there. I'll throw it up after we do the offense.
I know where he's going.
Okay,
fuck.
but next, let's just go right to the fucking light. We're doing the two fucking lightning rod positions. Offensive line, Liam.
F, like flat out F.
Yeah, me too.
Really,
F.
Mike, what's
why?
yours?
Give me why, because there
Okay.
are plenty of reasons. I just want to know. I just want to see how bad.
It's so annoying because we don't have bad personnel. Like I still have some sort of belief in Trent Brown for some reason, and I'd give David Andrews my firstborn child. Like I truly love the dude.
Yep.
And Cole Strange, I still kind of believe in him, but when they all play together, they have no idea what they're doing out there. And then
because they're not together enough.
And that's probably a huge part of it. And then we get Vidarian Lowe in there, who's completely useless.
God,
he's
just
he's a
an
turnstile.
oxygen. Yeah, he's terrible. He's oh my God, unspeakable. And Mike Onwenu is right back to where I thought he was last year. Hasn't been very good, and I'm just not impressed. There's no reason to like this team, even though on paper you're like, this should be like the 17th to 13th ranked offensive line. Like they're not atrocious, but when they go out there, they're just like, come on in. Yeah, like have you guys ever left a Red Sox game after and seen everyone tried to board the tee? They don't even check tickets. People are hopping the turnstiles. People are going around. People are going in 2 in a row. It's the Patriots offensive line. They're not even checking tickets. Like, come on in. Just hop on the train.
What a comparison. That's perfect, though. That's perfect.
It is.
Yeah. So, Al, you gave him an F2. You said.
Yeah, everything Liam said was spot on.
Yeah. No, I give him an F2, and that's why my quarterback grade is a little bit higher, because they have been so bad. They don't even give the quarterback the time to make plays half the time. So
it would be unfair to give the quarterback an F because the offensive line is so atrocious. They're in a category of their own. Like there should be a worse letter grade than F.
Yeah, no, if we could just do like a not even like a NA, like non they just didn't even attend
non-applicable.
Yeah. So I think that's what we'll do with them. All right, next. Okay, here, let's, we can't be all doom and gloom. Running backs, Liam. The entire unit, not just one guy.
Well, let the record show I'm grading on a curve here. So there's a bell curve to this, where when I give my grade, I'm mostly talking about Ramondre Stevenson.
Of course.
So I would give this position D+. They're fucking terrible. Like they're not good either. Ramondre had one good run this season. One good run. And Ezekiel's an F. So it's like if Ramondre is like a C and Ezekiel's an F, we meet in the middle at D. Like they're just not good. They can't do anything. It's a miracle that Ramondre even had that big run in the last game. It was like seeing a unicorn or a shooting star. You're like, holy crap! Oh my god! And then it disappears, and you never see it again.
Yeah, I have a D plus. I'll lean toward a D because again, Ramondre took a huge step back this year because of the offensive line.
Yeah,
and Ezekiel Elliott's had one, maybe two decent games at the most. So again, the unit as a whole has been horrible. So yeah, D.
I wanted to argue with you guys, like real bad.
But
I wanted to, but I can't, like, because I'm sitting there. I was like, no, he's had a couple good games. So last 2 games, he was 88 yards, 87 yards. That's good. But then, guys, we're looking at 39, 34, 46, 24, 30, 59, 50, and 25.
yes, but even that 88-yard game, he had a 60-yard run. So if you take away that 60-yard run, he's got 20 yards rushing.
So what'd you guys give him? D? What'd you say? D plus? D?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I'm
gave him
gonna
a
go
D.
D plus. I'm gonna go D plus. I mean, two games. And even though and Al, I know you feel the same way, Liam. I know you don't. Even though like we think that Zeke has been a nice backup, that's not enough to bump you a whole letter grade. So yeah, I gotta go D plus, which sucks because you're looking at a position where I think coming in, we all thought that Stevenson was going to be like a top 3 running back in the league.
Oh yeah.
And again, what do you put all this back on? The offensive line for the most part, if you want to. The majority of the lion's share of the blame there. So
yeah, at least for Ramondre. Zeke sucks, but like I totally get that Ramondre is struggling with the offensive line.
All right. Tight ends / wide receivers, because we have to group them together to try to do something to give them some sort of hope. Liam, you're up, sir.
This is tough because I'm using the same bell curve that I used the running backs on, where it's like Zeke was good, Zeke was terrible, Ramondre is slightly less terrible, so I meet in the middle. Super high mountains when it comes to Kendrick Bourne and Hunter Henry, and the lowest of lows when it comes to bum ass Smith Schuster. I'm not even going to really meet in the middle. This is an F. They're awful. They're terrible. I don't care how many touchdowns, how good Kendrick Bourne was. F. They're fucking terrible. If Kendrick Bourne was our number 1 guy, I should have known we were fucked from Jump Street. And Hunter Henry, I don't care if he has 22 touchdowns up until this point and breaks Randy Moss's record. We're terrible. We cannot do anything. No one can catch the ball. We've lost games
3,
because,
in case you're curious.
Yeah, I thought it was way more than that. I thought it was
no, he's 5. Got 3. Yeah, he had 1 against the Commanders, 1 against Miami, and 1 against Philly.
Wow. Okay, so that's even underwhelming because he at least in my eyes, it seemed like he was a lot better than that. I have no choice. They're terrible. We have literally lost games because our wide receivers can't get their feet in bounds, or because Juju has a perfect catch and then just slings it right to the defender where he's like, hot potato, you got
or Devontae Parker not hauling in a beautiful pass.
Parker, yeah.
Or Jalen Reagor drops a deep pass.
Yes, exactly. The fact that we have Jalen Reagor,
guys, we
screams
F.
Yeah, if we have Jalen Reagor on our roster, it's automatically an F. The whole team's an F. We should be launched off into the sun if we sign Jalen Reagor.
So just to be clear, are we lumping tight ends and wide receivers together?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are. Okay. I just wanted to, sorry.
Receiving core.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a little more lenient on this one. I'm going to give a D because of, I know Liam, you mentioned it, but Kendrick Bourne was having a nice season. Hunter Henry, for their standards, having a decent season. And Pop Douglas looks like he's going to be part of the future of this Patriots offense. So you got to give those guys the credit and up it a little bit, but not enough where it's like they're going to get into the C range. Like it's a D, and those 3 guys bring it up. So yeah, I'm going D.
At what point is it? I can't really think of a football comparison, but I always use this in basketball. It's the Michael Carter Williams effect. Because I love Michael Carter Williams, but he was really only good because the Sixers gave him the ball every possession. That's how he won Rookie of the Year. Even if you're not a very good player, if you are the entire focal point of the offense, you're going to be good. So if we're solely relying on Pop Douglas and Kendrick Bourne, it's going to inflate their stats. Like if they're the only ones you're throwing to, somebody has to catch the ball. So they win by default. But that still doesn't make them good receivers. They're just the only receivers on the team.
We still have to give them credit for having a decent year.
You have to. But like, it's literally the bare minimum. Like we're saying, yes, good job because you caught a couple first downs and a couple touchdowns. Like the standard is so low. It's they have no choice but to be good. Kendrick Bourne got the ball, like got 9 targets every game because no one else could get open. He's not that good. He doesn't deserve 9 targets a game. He wins by default.
I'm just gonna go straight D. Hunter Henry, for all the bullshit he's 2 yards shy of 300 this year. Like
Not great.
that's decent. That's not horrible. But if you think
Not good.
I'm looking at his production based on the fact that he has nothing else to work with on offense. Like, but when it comes to quarterbacks and offensive line,
Yeah.
like it's just tough. And then, like you said, Pop Douglas is nice. Kendrick Bourne was good. Everybody else is kind of mediocre or very bad. I'm just going to go D. I can't give him a complete F because I do think that Hunter Henry is doing similar to what Al said. He's doing his best, and Pop Douglas is a bright spot. So I'll go D. I don't even think that that's like if we were to just go wide receivers, I'd give him an F. But having Hunter Henry in there and what's his name, fucking Pharaoh Brown,
Yeah,
he's better than Juju. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is this? A participation award? Youth soccer? Why are we giving like the Hunter Henry Tried Award? No, you're not good.
I'll put that as a D. And Liam, now I am going to quickly add a group that you didn't put in there. Special teams. Liam, be careful.
All right, they're a C plus. Like they're average. Ryland's missed kicks that he should hit. Behringer's been above average. He's a punter. Like, cool. Like Bill Belichick's doing creative things that one game with the motion punt block or field goal block. That was sweet. But other than that, like, I don't have anything to be excited about.
Vehemently disagree. You don't have anything to be excited about. Al,
C
special
plus.
teams.
C plus. I mean, Chad Ryland missing a couple kicks. Behringer looks like he belongs as the punter for the future, which is great. But special teams still giving up, some chunk yardage and everything else on kickoffs. So that's where I'm going. I'm going with C plus.
Yeah, so I think the fact that they're giving up some returns when they not necessarily touchdown returns, but just more yards than they should, that knocks them down a little bit for me. I'm gonna go B minus, and this is kind of one on like looking at potential as well. So I think Chad Ryland is gonna be pretty good. Bryce Behringer, you guys know how I feel about him. I think he's gonna be very good too, punter of the future. So yeah, I'll go B minus. That might actually end up being my highest rated group out of the on the team. I don't know if that says more about them, me, or the team. So, but yeah, no, I'm going B minus. With the potential to move up to an A if they play well, this year. All right, defense. I think we'll start from the front and go back for defense. Defensive line, Liam. Grades, my friend. This is a tough one. Defensive line.
Yeah. This is a tough one. And I think it's going to be tough for the secondary, too, because we're dealing with the injuries there.
Mm-hmm.
I had a grade before this, but I didn't even really feel so good about it. Like, I'll give them a B. Like, they're doing the job. They seem to get pressure. It's not particularly easy on opposing quarterbacks. Obviously, it would be way better if we had Judon, but we've all liked what we've seen from Barmore. Keon White has yet to record a sack, which is weird to me because I feel like he has a lot of impact plays, but he doesn't have a sack this season. So I like what little production he's given us.
Mm-hmm.
I might be completely misplaced with my letter grade here, but I'm going to give him a B. It just seems like from the eye test, without really digging into the stats, it seems like they do things. And
yeah,
that's about the standard for a B on this team. Like, as long if you're doing something, fucking B. Sweet.
Yeah, I know. I'll go real quick. I'll go B minus, almost into the C plus range. I'd like to see a little more pressure on the quarterbacks. I mean, guys like Keon White are doing good. Christian Barmore's taking a big step in the right direction, like we talked about, but I don't know. I just like to see a little bit more pressure on quarterbacks because I feel like some of them just scramble out a little too easily against Patriots teams right now. So, but also to the point of Judon not being there making a big difference too. So give me B minus.
Yeah, it's almost understandable when you say Judon's not in there. You're like, all right, I get why they're not getting a lot of pressure. He's a 16 sacks a year guy.
Exactly.
He's good. Still, he's still leading the teams in sacks, and he hasn't played in fucking
Is he?
forever.
That's so depressing.
I'm going C plus. I've been very let down by this group. The only reason they're getting a C plus is because they're dealing with injuries. If they were performing this way and Judon was still there, or if they didn't have the injury or whatever, or maybe if he wasn't playing as much or whatever it is, they'd be much lower. They're getting a C plus, and that's like out of mercy for me. I've been wildly unimpressed by them. Now I like individually everybody there. Keon White, I put him up in the stratosphere of the Bryce Berringers, where you're going to be someone, a cornerstone, a pillar where this team gets built on moving forward. But it's just as a unit, like, sure, you might be able to record some bullshit pressures early on in the game or whatever it is. But when they need it, you're nowhere to be found. And that's kind of my whole thing with this defense. Like when you need stops, even if you end up stopping them on the drive, when you need stops to in a timely manner, the defense doesn't do it. And I think the defensive line, like that to me, C plus. So it's not that I hate them. It's just that I'm wildly underwhelmed with their performance, even with Judon's injury. It's like, come on, like Uche, Keon White, like you guys are showing up, but we need more of these impact plays. Not that the offense would be able to do anything with the ball if you get it back to them, but just like show something. So C plus to me. Just a little underwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at some games and you could give this position F, like in the Redskins game. Sam Howell's the most sacked quarterback. I was at Al's watching the game, and Al's dad kept talking about how Sam Howell looks like Joe Montana back there.
That's what
I'm
saying.
in the world, and I'm like, okay, like he's the most sacked quarterback. Let's have like a 5 sack game. Come on, guys, and nothing. They look awful. So, but that's just a one game. We ripped Josh Allen apart. So high mountains and low valleys.
Yeah, I'm going C plus kind of based on what I thought that they would be too. Like I said, I know Judon's injured, but whatever. Linebackers. Anyone? Middle, inside, outside linebackers, safeties that play linebacker, just the unit, the position. Liam, what do you got?
This might almost entirely be because of one guy, but I'm going to give them an A minus. Like Jelani Tavai is the fucking man. Like
that's what I was.
He has been so good. A dude who I'm like, he's useless in coverage. I thought he was kind of like a Juwan Bentley part 2 because Bentley isn't great in coverage by any means, but Tavai's out there slinging hits, tipping passes, intercepting passes. I'm like, okay, I've seen enough. And Juwan Bentley can still stop the run. I am super not disappointed in this position group. So I'm like, cool. They're not going to make or break our defense, but there's a reason our defense is solid. And I think a huge part of it is because of linebackers.
Yes, sir. Al, linebackers.
I'll give them a B. They've been pretty good for the most part. I mean, it's just tough because there's no real group of players that's really wowed you this year.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a B.
I know. Like I'm wowed from like 3 plays that pop into my memory where I'm like, oh my God, Jelani Tavai almost had 2 picks. Like, the standard isn't high.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B. I almost wanted to give them the same grade as the defensive line, but Tavai has been killing it. Mac Wilson's been playing well too. Uche has been playing well when he's been playing linebacker. Jennings, obviously, Bentley too. So I'm happy with them. Like, I don't really know how much your linebacking core can impact the game when you're not getting pressure on the quarterback and you got injuries behind you too in the secondary. So I don't know, but I'm happy with them. B, just a straight B is what I would send their way.
Damn, I have high praise for linebackers, I guess.
I know. And I almost went lower. I was like, shit. But oh well. Last position, another injury riddled fucking position group. Defensive backs, corners, and safeties.
This one's a brutal one.
This is tough. This is tough.
Jabril Peppers having a career year makes me want to be generous. but I gotta give him a C minus. Like, he is literally the only bright spot. If we had 7 Jabril Peppers out there in the safety, I'd give them an A plus, but we don't. And we have Miles Bryant, who had an interception last game. Fucking Sean Wade's making tackles in the backfield. It's
Damn right he is.
it's the dark times of our secondary. I was really, call it ignorant, hoping for some JC Jackson impact, like maybe a tipped interception, something, a pass deflection, something to hoist some nostalgia in me. Nothing. He's got toasted multiple times. I really haven't seen a single pass defense. He's not giving me a whole lot. No one else has impressed me. Everyone's hurt. So God, I miss Devin McCourty. So that's my
Yeah, I'm gonna go C. I mean, we were so used to this Patriots secondary forcing turnovers last year, interceptions, forced fumbles, etc. And this year it's been the complete opposite. So yeah, not liking what I'm seeing from the DBs and corners and safeties. So yeah, give me a C.
Guys, I'm going D.
Ooh,
wow.
Tough grade.
Yeah. Reason being, one, listen, there comes a point where I hold your health against you. You can't fucking stay healthy. Jonathan Jones, like, what's going on? Everybody seems to be nicked up. Everybody's got issues with them. Like, what? I just don't get it. Of course, Marcus Jones out. Jack Jones gone. It's just like JC Jackson here, but not mentally here. And then obviously Gonzalez, I mean, that was a fucking kick to the balls. But it's just with what I expect, it's like one of those things where like just make a play, cover a guy one time. Like, I know that obviously you have your zones you got to cover if you're in zone, or man, you're covering your guy. But like, make a play, because you always make the excuse whenever like a wide receiver like mosses someone or something, and it's like, oh, he gets paid too. Yeah, the corners, DB, safeties, you guys get paid too. Like, make plays. Like I can't give you a great grade just because Peppers is arguably the best player on the team right now. Like, I can't. Jalen Mills,
right?
I don't know. I'm happy you're
here.
Huge
on Jalen Mills.
And don't get me wrong, I'm happy he's here because we haven't heard his name that much, and that's a good and a bad thing. But like Kyle Duggar, like, yeah, sure, you had the pick that was thrown right to you, awesome, but like,
that's 2 picks. Come on.
I don't know. It's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna say D. It goes with the whole thing. Like, if we would have done this a few weeks ago, every grade on the defense would have been higher. But I just keep watching the defense, and I'm like, you need to stop. It's third and fucking 18. They give up a 21-yard play. It's third and 23. They give up a 25-yard play. It's like, I don't care what injuries you have, what scheme you're running, what fucking play you have. If it's third and 21, you shouldn't be giving up a first down. It seems like they do it all the time. So it's just a straight D for me. I'm not impressed. I think this whole exercise has shown that I'm not impressed with a goddamn thing on this fucking team.
You talked me down to a D minus, especially with all the JC Jackson not going to Germany and then Jack Jones being cut. Like, they're clearly losing interest in being a part of this team. And I bet most people are nicked up because they just don't want to fucking play. They don't want to be a part of these shitty games. And it seems like half of them have given up. And it's really bad when we cut a second-year dude in the middle of the season. So absolutely no forgiveness. I'll go D minus, change my mind.
Yeah, I would. So I would say, so that's all the groups, right? Yes. Everybody. I would say like the overall average grade for this team is what, like a D plus C minus.
Yeah, I would say
if you wanna kind of do that. And that's honestly, that's kind of how it feels watching the team. It's like, they're not bad enough to where you want to say blow it up, or like there's nothing to root for on the team, because there's good players. They make good plays sometimes. Like, you can tell that they have something there to work with. There's just something that's off, but it's like, you're a D plus C minus team. So, at the end of the day, you're most likely not going to pass. You're probably going to lose the game. You're going to fail. So I think that kind of shows where this team is, which fucking sucks, dude. We're last place in the AFC. We're the third round pick right now if the season were to end today. So
and now the Bengals are basically out of it. Like, this would be the year.
The Bengals are out. Dude, that's the most frustrating thing. Like the fucking Texans are in the playoffs right now. Like with the standings and everything. Like how it's just this would be the year if the Patriots had anything.
Like the Jaguars are 7-3, the Browns are 7-3. I know they're not in the same conference, but the Lions are 8-2. Like it's a like the tides have turned type of year.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's what you're seeing. All these teams, like the Bills are starting to suck. Like you're seeing all these teams that were kind of up there. The NFL is kind of getting switched on its head right now. But the Lions, by the way, they'll be my team because I can't pick an AFC team I want to root for. So I'm all in on the Lions. I like them. But all right. So I figured kind of the last topic here, the most depressing one out of all of it. Who do you guys think starts on Sunday? Or who do you think starts? And is that the person you want to start on Sunday? Al, since you love Mac
I don't
Jones,
want to be the first to answer this one.
Actually, you know what? No,
yeah,
I'll answer first. It's fine. So who do I think they're going to start? Mac Jones. And who do I want them to start? Mac Jones. Because guess what? Mac Jones has done a great job of losing so far. So if you want the best pick possible, just stick with Mac at this point because you know the mistakes he's going to make. Bailey Zappi will probably, if he comes in, the team will have a little bit of a spark just because he'll be actually starting as opposed to coming in cold. So and I called into 98.5 tonight and I said the same thing. If you're going to go with Mac Jones, if he's the one that's been losing you football games and you want the best pick possible, just stick with what's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
So, yeah, Mac Jones.
It's pretty broke, but yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too, Al. It like Mac Jones kind of checks the box for everybody. So if like the people that want Mac Jones to start, he'll start. The people that want the Patriots to lose, you want to start Mac Jones because he's lost 8 games so far. It's like you can kind of put him out there and like if the team sneakily wants to kind of like, obviously like Belichick still wants to be competitive, still wants to win games, but he's a smart guy. He knows that the higher pick you get, the more, he's obviously going to be moving on from Mac Jones. So it's like, you know what, let's put him out there. If we win some games, great. Cause I think they do still have to win games to keep the team together, like keep the morale, keep the glue together and keep the fan base from going nuts more than they already have. But yeah, I think Mac Jones is the option. I guess he got the majority of the first team reps at practice today that the media could see. So I feel like he's going to start. Yeah, I want him to start. One, I kind of want him to do well too, because I do still like Mac Jones. So I want him to perform, do well. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, but if we lose, it's not the worst thing, not the worst thing. So, you're playing the Giants who you're fighting for that 3rd and 4th pick right now, but with them. So yeah, Mac Jones, I hope he starts. I hope he plays well. I can't say if the Patriots will win or lose with them. And to be honest, right now, that's not even my biggest concern, wins and losses right now. It's just, let's just go out there and have fun. Liam,
yeah.
Question to you now too.
Who do I think is going to start? Like the only way I can even come to an answer is like, what would be the most chaotic, mismanaged, terrible idea to start at quarterback? Like, because this team just has failed left and right in decision making and play on the field. So, what would be the absolute worst decision for this team? It would be Mac Jones. Like, if you start Mac Jones, that's a fucking travesty. You have so completely ruined this poor fucking guy. I don't know how many times somebody can be benched and still start games. I want, like, Mac's the best quarterback. He should have never been benched. And I would want him to start if he wasn't benched so many times. But because you've made him look like a fucking fool, destroyed his confidence, and used him as a scapegoat, there's not a chance you should ever go back to this guy. Like, it's just, you're setting him up for failure. I thought he was going to kill himself on air in front of everyone at the last post game. Who do I want to start? Give me Malik Cunningham. Give me some entertainment. I just want to see, mini Mike Vick out there. Throw me a couple moves. I'll watch him gladly pass for 60 yards and run for 90 when we lose by 30. Like, I don't care. Give me something.
Oh,
You cannot.
so
I cannot watch 60 minutes of Bailey's app. I refuse. I
No.
cannot do it. I'm mentally unstable right here. I'm teetering on the block. We lost to the Commanders. We fucking blow. We lost to the Colts. Every game is more devastating loss than the last.
Seriously.
We're finding new ways to lose. I cannot fathom a whole game of watching Bailey Zappi sling the football. So give me Malik Cunningham. Give me something in a microcosm to cheer for. But who do I think it's going to be? Probably Mac Jones, because it makes the least amount of sense possible.
Do you guys think that so this is Al, you labeled it last week. This is basically the toilet bowl. You got the Patriots and the Giants playing. Who do you think wins? Who do you think comes out on top in this slobber knocker, barn burner of fucking two heavyweights, two titans?
I think the Patriots do, because I think that everything they need to happen this year is backwards, and they need to lose the game in order to help them for the future. And then they're just going to win, and it's going to be not even going to be a good game. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be like 17-14, just like a classic rock fight, and it's just going to be like it's like the Yoshi gif on Twitter or meme. It's like, I've won, but at what cost? And Yoshi's head is down. It's like literally.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say the Giants win this one. Give me the extra from the movie Goodfellas. Give me Tony Soprano's sidekick, Tommy DeVito, all the way.
I forgot.
He actually looked decent in the last game. He wants that victory gabagool. He's gonna go home, and his super Italian mom is gonna fire him up the finest Italian sub he's ever had for his winning effort. Give me the bippity boppity. It's over.
Bippity boppity.
Yeah, he's gonna go out there and show them what an Italian with slick back, greasy hair, who's probably buried somebody in the canal, can do.
You know what I think is going to happen? I think the Patriots are going to come out and have their most complete game, and it's going to piss everyone off.
Yeah,
that's what I think is going to happen.
40.
I think the score is going to be like 24 to like 9.
To say they
or
score
some
more than
shit
20
like
is
that.
bold.
But like, and that's when people are going to be like, the one time, like, we just need you to lose this one. Everybody would be fine with it. This is where you come out and like everybody just has a great game. Mac throws like 24 of 28 for like 310 or some shit. Like, it's going to be something stupid like that. So that's what I think is going to happen. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you guys have anything else you want to bring up before we get out of here?
I can assure you, if they do have that great game you're talking about, Juju won't record any stats during it.
Well, I can assure you, if they have that game, Super Bowl is back on.
Okay. Just lose, baby. Just lose.
Yeah, just lose, baby. Okay. All right. So for Al, Liam, Mike, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, fuck green bean casserole.
Yeah, gabagool.